doing?
How you doing?
Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Want to remind you all over social media, Facebook, Instagram, of course, our official website, thestephenknightshow.com. Check us out on our YouTube channel, see our interviews, our hot topics, everything we're doing on the show, the Stephen Knight Show. We also have new merch, as you know, on our at our website. What seems to be the top seller is the hoodie. You know, they come in different colors. A lot of the things, if you go on the page, you might just see one of them. If you click on, you'll see all the different colors things come in. But the hoodies are selling out. One of my friends actually sent me a picture today with the hoodie on. It looked really good. So check it out. Check it out. Today is International Women's Day. Shout out to all the women doing big things out there. Lynia, do you have anything to say about Women's Day, International Women's Day?
I just know a lot of awesome women who are doing a lot of amazing things, and just big ups to all of them. Like, in spite of, like, they are just pressing forward and making moves. They are not waiting on anyone to give them anything. They are creating their own tables, building their own chairs, and all kinds of stuff. Like, like me.
Right.
Like, we are doing it. So just big up and shout out to all the awesome women I know.
Most definitely. Nayyir, any words for you?
She took them all. She took all the most beautiful ones. Yeah, I mimic that and echo it. Shout out to all the beautiful women, starting with the women in my family and my line, my mother, my sisters, my wife, so all the women in my life, and the many who are not in my life who paved the way for me and other women.
Yeah, most definitely. Shout out to all the amazing women out there, and celebrate your day and your month. All right, so first of all, everybody doing good? Everybody good?
Yes, sir.
All right. Chike's not with us tonight, but he'll be back next week. All right, so our question of the day is, how long can you go without checking your phone? Nayyir.
I can go as long as I want to. I put it on Do Not Disturb at night at about 8, unless I'm anticipating something later. I put it on at about 8 and keep it off Do Not Disturb till about 4 or 5 in the morning. So I do that regularly, unless I need to be at my phone in the evening for something that was kind of already planned. But I can do it. I can do it. If I tell myself to leave my phone down for a day, I can do it.
Yeah. Lynia?
Of course, if my son was younger,
yeah.
it wouldn't be for too long, but he's grown. So, I mean, I can go a while, but I take care of my parents. So I kind of try to split the baby. Once I check on them and I physically seen them, then I'll be cool for a while, not to pick it up. Outside of that, if I didn't have to, worry about that, I probably wouldn't even have no cell phone.
I hear that. I'm actually pretty good. Like, if I'll take time to be away from the phone, put the phone away, and I won't check it. Even if it rings, I'll, won't answer, whatever. But typically during the week, because we're all so busy and phones are so important. Excuse me. But I do take the time because I think that's important. You
have to. Yeah. You have to.
One woman, she commented on our page and said she takes a break from her phone when she sleeps.
Girl, you need to do more than that, girl.
What were you about to say, Nayyir?
I got a question. It's a myth I always wanted to get busted. Lynia, L Boogie, is it true that some women, so they don't seem thirsty or what have you, when a guy texts them, they will wait 15 minutes? I've heard about this 15-minute rule, 10 to 15 minutes, and they'll actually wait. They'll get the message, read it, but they'll wait before they actually respond to the guy to make it seem like they weren't just waiting for his message or anybody's message for that matter. Is that a real thing that's talked about between women?
It's a real thing.
Whoa!
I'm not even going to say 15 minutes, but it's a real thing only because most women don't, they want the dude to hit them up, but if the guy doesn't hit them up within a certain amount of time, when he finally does, they're like, wow. I'm gonna let him wait because I feel like he made me wait. I'm just saying. So it is true. And I don't care what none of y'all women say. It's true.
Right. Thank you. International Women's Day. Thank you.
Well, tweet us at home and let us know how long can you go without checking your phone. Stephen Knight Show, SC Show. All right, so everyone's talking about this Oprah interview with Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Excuse me. It was shot last month, and there's been a lot of they released clips along the way, and of course the palace already started coming out with allegations against Meghan, saying that she bullied her staff 2 years ago, but now they're going to investigate it, which we all know is retaliation. But anyway, the interview happened yesterday, and over 17 million people watched it. And what we learned, so there was a rumor right before Meghan and Prince Harry got married that Princess Kate had made her cry. No, that she had made Princess Kate cry, excuse me. And that was all over the tabloids for like 5 months after the marriage, because they kept trying to put them against each other. And Meghan revealed it was actually Kate that made her cry. It was the week of the wedding. She didn't want to go into detail because she said Kate is a really nice person. But she said that it was something about the dresses the children were supposed to wear, and Kate didn't like them, and so it made Meghan cry. But she said Kate later sent her a note and apologizing and some flowers. Now Meghan and Harry, they were actually already married 2 days before the grand wedding. They got married in their backyard 2 days before. There's also conversations about their son when Meghan was pregnant with Archie, the color of his skin. How dark would he be, and some of the backlash that could come from that if he is a darker child, and that was told to Harry, and Harry told Meghan. Meghan's name not even on the birth certificate. It just says her title on the birth certificate. She is currently pregnant, as we know. She revealed that they're having a baby girl, which is definitely a good thing. Meghan, because of some of the way she was treated, especially during her pregnancy, she had suicidal thoughts, and said she couldn't be left alone. She ended up going to this concert one time. She didn't want to go, but she was scared to be left alone. And she said when the lights were down, she was weeping. When the lights came up, of course, she had to play for the camera. She was smiling. A lot of racial issues going on in the royal family. Now, the pair's exit from the royal family was in the works for a while. So they try to make it seem like the royal family or the media, the British media over there apparently is ruthless. They try to make it seem like they blindsided the Queen by leaving, but she knew about this for months. And actually, when it happened, when they announced it, when she announced it, she said after months of conversation, this is what they decided to do. Now, Harry was cut off financially from the royal family. The only way he was able to move to the U.S. was because of the inheritance that his mother had left him, the late Princess Diana. Prince Charles, his father, stopped taking his calls, but Prince Harry says that he loves his dad and will continue to try to work on that relationship, but they have no communication. Now, and his brother, Prince William, he said Prince Harry said they're taking space from each other, but he loves him, but they're just going in opposite directions. And then the relationship with the Queen remains strong. Now, although Prince Harry and Meghan did not reveal who made the comments about the child's skin color or what it could be, they wanted to make sure, and Oprah was on CBS this morning to say that he made sure there was not the Queen, like everyone, it wasn't the Queen or her husband. So a lot of backlash they're receiving from this interview, especially from the British press. Nothing official has come from the monarchy, but it's been crazy. It's been crazy. Lynia, did you watch? What are your thoughts? Are you surprised? Because a lot of people, especially people of color, are not surprised about the racism that relies within that whole unit. What are your thoughts on everything?
I didn't get a chance to watch it. I'm going to watch it later on this week. I just saw snippets of it, and I'm not surprised. 1, 2, I'm not surprised. 3, I am not surprised. There was something that Meghan Markle said in that interview with Oprah, and she said, the press there, they don't report the news, they create it.
Mm-hmm.
And really that's similar to here, but they have made her out to be some kind of, just horrible person. It's amazing that they've made her out to be this horrible person. But correct me if I'm wrong, when Prince Diana was, I want to say she was murdered. When she was, at her demise, she was being chased by that very same press. And her husband, Prince Charles, had been dealing with Camilla. Am I not correct in some form of fashion? Who he now is married to, but that was okay with y'all. With this old bird, that was okay. What they were doing, and you, I don't know about anybody else, but there was always something with Harry when you knew Harry was going to be the wild card out of those two young.
Yeah.
Always knew he was like his mother, and he was going to be the wild card. And I just said this. I think I said it to my boyfriend earlier. Harry is like the white version of Coming to America. He chose who he wanted. He wasn't going to let nobody choose for him, and he chose his wife. He chose his, his child, and now his next one. And it's just, I feel for her because what is supposed to be, I'm now a princess. I can't even get that title. I can't have the privileges of that because, and there was something else that was said during that interview that they wanted her to be 50% less of what she is.
Yeah.
How you do that? Where they do that at? You know what 50% they wanted her to be less of.
Right.
So I don't understand. And then about her father, yeah, okay. Nayyir, I ain't even going. Y'all go ahead.
You're good.
Yeah.
Her stepsister who wrote the tell-all book, she said she hadn't seen her in 18 years.
She only met her twice.
And she said that the stepsister didn't change her name back to Markle until she started dating Prince Henry.
When they do that?
And so when she was having suicidal thoughts, and she was really scared because she said she never felt like this, and she was again scared to be left alone. She didn't even want to tell her husband because of everything he had been through with his mother, losing his mother and everything. But she said she knew if she didn't say anything, she probably would have done something. And so she went to their HR at on the monarchy, and they told her there's nothing that she could do because one, she's not an employee there, and they told her that it's not a good look for the palace. Nayyir, what are your thoughts on everything?
Again, I'm not surprised, and I think El Boogie hit on something with the way they treat their redheaded son. You know, they kind of you see how they kind of made him an outcast, the black sheep of the family. So everything that comes along with him is going to get that as well, unfortunately. So am I surprised again? No, just like El Boogie, I'm not surprised. This is common knowledge, especially over there, about these dynamics when it comes to ethnicity and so forth. It's still alive and well over there. I mean, they still running the monarchy, man. But that's a big part of that tells you something right there. So unfortunately, she's a real human being that has to go through this, no matter where it exists and where she's gone through it before. As a human being, you think you can escape things like this, especially when you go across the pond. But in many ways, it intensifies, and not only does it intensify, you're alone. So she's now into a family back here, and I guess in the West, but now with a family that really ain't family. So she has some of that in her own family, so she's really alone. So it's unfortunate, but that's a real human being. So Godspeed to her.
Yeah. Well, shout out to first for her for telling her truth and exposing, because no one ever speaks about the monarchy, but also to Harry for choosing his wife and his family over the history, everything he knew. You know what I mean?
Let's hope he continues to choose his wife and his family, his son. His child. Is what I mean. Let's hope he continues to choose his wife and his child.
Most definitely. All right, well, good news. The Senate passed a $1.9 trillion COVID relief bill that will go to the House. We went to the House today, actually, and reconcile differences in both bills that they voted on and send it to Biden to sign into law. Now, the Senate passes the bill that includes $1,400 stimulus checks, I believe for people making less than $85,000, $300 a week jobless benefits, child allowance up to $3,600, $250 billion will go to state and local aid, 34 billion will go to ACA subsidies, and 14 billion vaccine distribution and 100% COBRA subsidies. And I want to mention, this had no Republican support. This was all Democrats who passed this. Nayyir, well, they said there was too much money and that the economy was already turned around, so that's why they didn't want to give that much money. What do you thought?
That was too much money, huh?
Yeah.
People on unemployment getting how many $100 a week?
$300 more.
I'm $300 more.
Yeah. So whatever they're getting plus 300.
Right. Man, I all I can do is chalk it up to I just don't know enough. Man, because to me it doesn't sound like a good situation. It doesn't sound like money's in the right places. And if the economy is already boosted and restarted, that's what this is. Oh shit, man. We got some clowns in there.
Yeah.
Is what it sounds like. So I'm sorry for giving you that long. What do I think about that? I think it's a start, but man, I think it's quite a ways to go, in reboosting or restarting the economy to getting it healthy.
Yeah. Lynia?
Compared to some other countries who have given their citizens money monthly, regularly, during this time without interruption, it's definitely a slap in the face. People have been affected, seriously by this. And by the grace of God, I'm in a position to where I'm saving money right now. You know what I mean? But I know a lot of people that's struggling, and I'm like, I know I'm struggling. I'm living paycheck to paycheck, but I'm okay. And there's people out here struggling because these fools sitting back like, oh, they all right. They don't need nothing. Like Texas just busted wide open like a hot girl talking about everybody, hey, we open. Y'all just had a whole storm. And people lost their houses and all kinds of stuff. And now you want to bust it wide open. I'm telling you, listen, when you know what they say, when somebody show you who they are, believe them. Believe them. Y'all keep voting these people in and you're not doing your due diligence and researching about these people, and you're not staying on them. You know what I mean? You're not being consistent because when you stay on top of people, they're going to get tired of you.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh God, let me get this person up off me. But it's not enough. Right. It's not enough.
And not only did Texas and Mississippi, and I think some other states are starting to follow suit, not only did they open their states up 100%, they also got rid of their mask mandates when it's been proven science that masks prevent the spread of COVID. I understand them wanting to, want to open the states to, stimulate their economy, but what about the masks? I mean, it's just showing, and the CDC, Dr. Fauci, all of them are saying, please, Joe Biden, please wear your mask, regardless of anything, wear your mask, because all it's going to do is cause it to spread again. We have these variants, and then we'll be shut back down again. You know what I mean? So people are being ignorant.
I don't know, man. Atlanta was off the chains this weekend, is what I see.
Oh, Atlanta.
I ain't see too many masks.
No,
completely well, I mean, let's clarify. Keisha, then I got called. I know she the mayor, but Keisha be serious about it. It's that governor.
It's Kim. Yeah, it's our governor.
They was at.
She tried to do mask mandates in the past, and he told her that she doesn't have the power to open.
Right, I remember.
What can you do in that instance? It's like I did see something about the CDC. The CDC said that if you are 100% vaccinated, you can be around people without your mask. You choose how you want to do that.
Yeah.
But indoors. But like if it's if other people are not vaccinated, then you might want to take precaution.
Right.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean? So,
that's the next story. They finally, because people have been asking what are the guidelines, now with the new with over 59 people have been received their last shot of the vaccine. It is, if you have your mask on, if you're with other people who've been fully vaccinated, then you are safe to be in their presence, hang out with them indoors without a mask. They also said if one person has been vaccinated, another person is not high risk, you can still be unmasked in the same environment. But more than 90 million vaccines have been shipped nationwide. So, I mean, shout out to the Biden administration. They're doing a lot more than we had in our last administration with these vaccines and with trying to follow the science. But everyone be safe. I was gonna want my friends. He wears his mask down here. So what is the point? He'll put it on down here.
By the way, get your Stephen. I saw the Stephen Knight mask out there.
Yes.
You see Stephen Knight mask. Okay.
Yeah. Different colors. Go to StephenKnightShow.com. Listen, we'll take a quick break. Right back with a couple more hot topics. Right back after this.